All right, good morning, everybody, and welcome to today's 2015 Drivers Appreciation Day here in McDonough, and we're also involved in the annual health fair here as well. So it's a great day to celebrate drivers, owner-operators, and contractors. Today is the first time that we're doing a live stream nationwide to 13 locations that are helping us celebrate and recognize our owner-operators, drivers, and contractors for this great company. And those locations are, and I'd like to share that with you at this time, not only are we here in McDonough, and there's many people here, we have a lot of partners and vendors here. Thank you for doing that and being with us. But I want to announce some locations we have today that are out there now. Cleveland, Ohio. Welcome, Cleveland. Bill and Andrea. Thanks, Cleveland. We have Carbon Cliff, Illinois. Dave Major and his team. Thanks, Dave. We have Chattanooga, Tennessee, George Olive and the team out there in Chattanooga. Welcome, Chattanooga. We'll be doing driver appreciation in Forest City, Iowa, and Pendleton, Oregon. Our friends in Cincinnati, Ohio, Ace Dorn, Jim and Jean. Hope you guys are doing great in Cincinnati. Our folks in Louisville, Kentucky, Chris, Tommy, and Bud. Hope you guys are having a great day in Louisville. We have Phoenix, Arizona. Daryl out in Phoenix. I bet it's warm in Phoenix. Not to mention Houston, Texas. Rural Dora Chad and Mr. David Lowry. Welcome, Houston. Also out there today is Springfield, Ohio, and Salina, Kansas. Let's give them all a hand, thank them for being part of this great day. So during this live stream, we'll be recognizing here in just a few minutes our million milers, our women in the driver's seat, and a very, very, very special presentation for our Vietnam veterans. But before we begin, as always, to uphold our patriotism value, I would like to ask everyone to stand as the U.S. Air Force presents our nation's colors. Please place your hand over your heart, and please join me in saying the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may be seated. Now I'd like to invite to the stage Mrs. Marcy Taylor, CEO and owner of Bennett International Group, to welcome everyone this morning. Please welcome Mrs. Taylor, our owner.
Good morning. I too would like to welcome everybody to this year's Driver Appreciation. It's wonderful to have everybody here, and it's also great to know that I'm going to be able to talk to everybody across the country. It's a first for us, And I'm really happy that we're able to do this. You know, I appreciate all of our drivers. I appreciate all their dedication to Bennett. And when JD and I started Bennett 40 years ago, almost 41 years ago now, we had no idea that this company would grow to the size that it has and be as diversified as it is. You know, it's thanks to drivers like J.W. Jackson. J.W., are you here today? I saw you earlier. Ah, there he is. Let's give J.W. a hand. You know, J.W. is our oldest. I think I should rephrase that, J.W. Maybe you think? Yes. He has been with us he's been with us since the very beginning, and so we're so thankful to J.W. and drivers like Robert Newton and many, many more that have helped us be here today and to be able to have this type of a celebration. So I wanted to take just a minute and say thank you to we have over 850 owner-operators and contractors that work for Bennett Motor Express and Ace Dorn that are out there every day hauling freight for and heavy haul freight. And I just want to say thank you to all of those drivers. You know, we have more than 1,100 contractors in our driveway division that are moving vehicles every day. And so wherever you are, I just want to say thank you to you. We have more than 480 pickup truck drivers in our RV division. And I think that they are all listening to us today at the RV Hall of Fame in Elkhart, Indiana. Makes me a little bit jealous. I'd like to be there. Sounds like a great place. I also want to thank more than 380 toter drivers in our BTT division that are hauling manufactured housing. We also have a lot of shag trucks, a lot of drivers in shag trucks, all of our local drivers in our warehouses. And we have a new addition this year. We have crane operators and drivers out of Longview, Texas with our BOSS operation. So as you can see, over the last 41 years, Bennett has certainly grown, and we have an awful lot to be thankful for. You know, whether you have been here 4 days or 40 years, we appreciate you, we love you, we appreciate you being a part of our Bennett family. And one of the things that I'm really very proud of is that many years ago, we wanted to recognize our million-mile drivers because we have a lot of drivers that have been here for many years and have driven many miles. And we want to celebrate the fact that they are in our million-mile club. And I want to ask Lynette to come up because she is going to talk about our million-mile club. There, I'll let you turn it.
Thank you, and good morning. Good morning. Each year, we recognize an elite group of drivers who have displayed dedication to Bennett over the long haul. Our million milers and 2 million milers live and breathe our 12 core values, especially safety and loyalty. In the club, we have 117 members. I would like to invite any of the 2 million milers that are with us today to join Mrs. Taylor on the stage. Let's give them a big round of applause. Only 17 club members have reached the amazing milestone of 2 million miles, and they are Charles Babcock, Steve Boozer, Jerry Boyd, Joe Boyd, Billy Cummings, James Hensley, Robert Hudler, J.W. Jackson Sr., Richard Johnson, James Leahy, Robert Lytle, Amos Miller Jr., Harold Miller, Robert Newton, Hardy Rose, James Snyder, and Robert Wilbur. Let's give them another round of applause. You gonna do the photo?
Yeah.
Are you-
Can we do our photo? Oh, did
okay.
you get it? Do one more. Gotta make sure we want to smile. All right. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Steve.
Next, I'd like to invite all of our active 1 million milers to the stage, as well as any retired million milers. As they come up, think about this. Members of our Million Mile Club have traveled a combination total of more than 152 million miles.
Thank you.
To put that in perspective, milers have driven to the sun and are halfway back. We have put up on the screen the names of all the million milers. If you are watching the Ustream or at another location, we'd like to give you a round of applause and say thank you for your loyalty. Now, I had on the registration list that we have Loopy here today, Patrick Miller, Alan Dentmer,
Come on,
Carl
Alan.
Dublin, and I guess they're going to make their way up here eventually. Working on it? Okay. So if you'd like to come over here, we're going to take a photo. Okay.
Yeah, he was here earlier.
Okay, Wes. All right, you guys squeeze
All right,
in.
come on, get in here.
By him? Really?
Wait, let's see. Loopy, you stand over here. We're gonna do this. All right, guys, you gotta get in here now.
I just come back here.
Yeah, okay, now we're good. All right, thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you all very much.
We hope that every driver at Bennett eventually ends up in the Million Mile Club. We review our mile list every quarter and induct new drivers into the program. To be eligible, you must run at least 1 million miles accident-free and adhere to the company's core values. As part of the program, you receive special benefits including a hat, Million Mile decals for your truck, VIP parking, and a special access badge here at the home office in McDonough. This year, we have something really special to announce. To show our appreciation to our million milers, we have created a Million Miler Loyalty Rewards Program. Each club member will be eligible to redeem points that we will give to you for merchandise in an online catalog where you can purchase items for you or your family. There's everything from tools to jewelry to electronics, sports equipment, and much more. This program is supported by our vendor, Terry Berry, who also manages our Years of Service program. Within the next month, each club member will receive a notice from Terry Berry and points that you can use whenever you want to. Maybe something nice for yourself or your family, or maybe a Christmas or anniversary gift. Unlike the Years of Service program, you can accumulate your points if you like for more valuable items. Bennett will choose to add points to your account for various incentives, such as the 250,000 milestone driven. Now I'd like to ask Mrs. Taylor to come back to the stage to recognize our women in the driver's seat.
I'm pulling that. Are you gonna do that? Okay. Last year, we started our Women in the Driver's Seat program for all the women here at Bennett because of the contribution that each of you make to the trucking industry. Loopy was our very first recipient. Let's give Loopy a big hand. As a small token of our continued commitment to our women, we have created a pen this year. I think actually Chris created this pen. And just to commemorate the fact that we're all women in the trucking industry. So any of you women who've not gotten your pen yet, please be sure to go by and pick one up. Last year, Ellen Boyle from Women in the Trucking came and was here for this driver appreciation. And one of the things that Ellen, I'm very thankful to her. I've gotten to know her, and I so appreciate her commitment to women and to what they do in the trucking industry and to our profession. And we got to be with her at the Matt's Truck Show, and she had, I think there was over 400 women drivers that was there. It was amazing to see that many women in one place who all love to drive trucks. So this year, we thought about how we could maybe do a better job of recognizing our women drivers. And so we've created an award called, it is called Women Driver of Excellence. And we asked for nominations. We went out and we said, for each one of our divisions, would you please nominate the woman who you think best would represent your company, represent your division, and we had over 20 women that were nominated, and so I want to announce today who those winners are. I had the great pleasure of calling each one of the winners and talking to them and letting them know that they had won. It was a great experience for me because I got to learn so much about some of the women that drive for us and about their love for our industry and why that they want to drive a truck and how they feel that this is the right profession for them. And so our very first winner this morning that I want to talk about goes to Miss Heidi Crosby. Heidi is with our Bennett Truck Transport Division, and let's give Heidi a big round of applause. I hope, Heidi, that you are able to hear us today and know how much we appreciate you. Heidi was raised in the trucking business and now carries on the tradition. She comes from a long line of truck drivers. She has been driving for us for about 2.5 years. In speaking with Heidi, I know that she has a real passion for driving, and she says that she enjoys her job every time she gets behind the steering wheel. As a safe and professional driver, Heidi handles each load as though it was her own. She feels she's earned the respect of her fellow drivers because she's not afraid to do the same jobs that they do. She is a professional and she can handle any of the same loads. We congratulate you, Heidi, on being selected as one of Bennett's Women Driver of Excellence Award recipient. And this is the award that Heidi will be receiving. Our next Women of Excellence is with our Bennett Motor Express division, and she is Miss Lois Carlson. And let's give Lois a big hand. Lois started driving in 2000 because she wanted to do something different, and she liked the freedom of the road and the flexibility that being a driver give her. She told me she thinks that strong attributes like patience and ability to communicate well are just some things that make women great professional drivers. Would you women out there agree? That patience is a good thing? Lois is a safe and capable driver, and she says for her, safety comes from being alert and ready for anything and everything that happens on the road. Her advice to women just starting out is never be afraid to ask questions and ask for help if you need it. Let's give Lois a big hand, because she is our Women of Excellence for Bennett Motor Express. Our next recipient is from the Bennett Drive-Away Division. It's Miss Kay Dossett. So let's give Kay a big hand. Wish these ladies could have all been with us this morning. Kay started out driving motorhomes for Winnebago in 1970 and found that she just loved meeting new people, and loved to travel, and that she really enjoyed what she was doing. And for a result, she has been driving for Winnebago all these years. Kay has a positive attitude and is always very safety conscious, said that she keeps safe by staying alert and paying attention to what's happening around her. What she likes most about driving is the freedom it gives her, and she's thankful to God that she has the opportunity to travel around and see the country. We congratulate Kay on being selected as Bennett's Women Driver of Excellence for our Drive-Away Division. Our next division is our Drive-Away Power Only division, and I'm happy to announce that Miss Rebecca Smith has won that award. Rebecca comes from a family of truck drivers. She told me that her dad, her grandfather, her brothers, everybody in her family had driven a truck, so it was just natural for her to want to drive as well. She says she likes the Power Only because there's something different that goes on every day, and she gets an opportunity to visit a lot of interesting places. I understand that Rebecca is well liked among all of the customers, and oftentimes they request her to drive their loads. One of those customers is called Show Motions. It's a concert moving company. Rebecca says she loves to pull for Slow Motions because she gets to meet a lot of stars and performers and a lot of interesting people. Makes me a little bit jealous. She was telling me all the people that she had met. For Rebecca, she said that safety is a matter of common sense and that she's proud to be a professional driver in our industry. Let's congratulate Rebecca on being our Women of Excellence for Power Only. I know, me too. Okay. Our next Women of Excellence is for our Drive-Away Pickup Truck Division, and that is Miss Diane Frederick. Let's give Diane a big hand. Diane started her career as a school bus driver in 1999, and after driving a bus for 10 years, decided she wanted to try something that was a little different. She's been working for Sue Smith for the last 16 years and loves what she does, pulling pickups. One of the things that she loves best is driving around and being able to see the country. She told me she loves to be able to just pick and choose wherever she wants to go. And when it comes to safety, she says that she always runs the speed limit, stays alert, and keeps her truck in top condition. She has 3 children and 8 grandchildren, and so let's give her a great big hand as well. Our 6th and final winner is from Ace Dorn, and that is Diane Robinson. Diane is a third, let's give Diane a big hand, and hopefully all the folks at Ace hopefully she's at Ace. Diane is a 3rd-generation truck driver, and her husband drives a truck as well. She came to Ace Dorn after driving for a local dump truck company while her children were young. Now she and her husband have band together as a team and move loads all across the country, and they play tourist every time they have a layover. Diane has received special training in the area hazmat and has won an award for 9 years for safe driving. She is a strong believer in safety, and she says she stays alert and constantly watches the drivers around her. She loves what she does. Let's give Diane a great big applause. And unfortunately, none of these women could be with us today, but if you kind of listen to what each one of them said, it kind of was the same theme. They all believe in being professional. They love what they do. They love the ability to be able to travel and just see the country. And talking to them made me so proud to be in this industry, and so proud of the almost 240 women that we have that drive for Bennett. So I just thank you all very much, and they will each one be receiving one of these, this award, and it'll be sent to their home or to their terminal. All right, I now would like to turn everything back over to Lee. But before I do, I again just want to say thank you and how very much we appreciate each and every one of you.
This situated again. Thank you, Marcy. That was wonderful. Recognizing women in driver's seat is wonderful, and it's great to honor the women that help us at this great company. Our next presentation I'm very honored and pleased to be a part of, and that's our recognition of our Vietnam veterans. I would like to invite all of our Vietnam veterans who are here today to come over to my right, your left, and stand over here as we prepare for this program. If you would do that for me, I would appreciate it. Stay right there. This year I was approached by the Truckload Carriers Association in partnership with the Vietnam 50th commemoration in Washington, D.C., to have a special presentation to recognize those who served in the Vietnam conflict. We are the first TCA member carrier to take part in these recognitions, and we kicked it off in June at our business development meeting, where we had 5 employees who were recognized for their service: Rick Gann, Bud Murray, George Olive, Russ Olson, and Fred Aletta. Please give them a hand. As you all know, the Vietnam War was a divisive time for our country. When soldiers came back, they were treated pretty badly. I'd like to show you a video now that was a collaboration between the Inspiration Network and the Vietnam commemoration that will give you, all of us, insights into how Vietnam vets feel and why this event is so important.
Can I help you?
Just a cup of coffee, please.
Coming right up. Oh, there's no charge.
Thank you.
Here you go.
Thanks again.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you for your support.
Can you picture taking the soldier? Can I take a picture?
Sure.
All right, smile. There you go. Sir? son would like to ask you a question. Are you a hero too? That man said you were.
I just served as best I could.
Can we take a picture?
Sure.
All right, smile big. Easy. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you for your support.
Can I get you a refill?
And that's the way it was, right? In preparation for today, we asked our owner-operators, drivers, and contractors to let us know if they were a Vietnam veteran. We are pleased to announce that over 108 Vietnam veterans who worked for this great company chose to be recognized today, and they are likely more who wished to watch the proceedings but chose not to be recognized. We are honored to recognize and thank all of these men and women for their sacrifice. They are from the Army, the Navy, the Marine Corps, and the Air Force. We have some of these service members with us today, and I'm excited to be able to announce their names and invite them to the stage. We have many others who are at our remote locations, and their names will be read, and they will be recognized there. Everyone will receive a 50th anniversary Vietnam commemoration pin and an American flag. Those not in attendance here, yours will be mailed to you. Today, I am proud that we have the airmen from the Air Force Base at Dobbins Air Force Base. And they are super men. I want to share one thing. 3 of them at the base are truck driver instructors. So at this time, I'd like to start with the presentation. Ladies and gentlemen, from the Army. Steve Boozer. And from the Army, George Weaver. Next, I'm going to read you the name. There he comes. George, please come up to the stage, please. Please welcome him to the stage again, please.
For your service.
is not my friend. Now I'd like to take an opportunity to read the names of those who could not attend today and could be at a location across the nation. From the Bennett Driveway, Marvin Asher, Charles Baker, Gerald Bacon, James Blackburn, Rex Boyd, Maynard Breck, Gary Brew, Warren Christie, Alfred Davidson, Roger Davis, David Dobson, Charles Doman, James Fegerness, Tom Fleming, David Hager, Craig Hall, Gerald Hart, Donald Hupel, Donald Hirsch. Continuing with Bennett Driveway, Maynard Breck, Gary Graves, Carl Gray, Robert Hofstetter, Jerry Johnson, Leon Jagers, James Kimball, Keith Klingsink, Roger Langley, Melinda Lawson, Dean E. Lurick, Gary Livingston, Mark McCarthy. Continuing from the Bennett Driveway Division, Ronald Miller, Roger Neiman, Michael Rafferty, Ronnie Riley, Thomas Snaft, John Scheist, John Schussler, Selson Screen, Glenn Stoffergan, Donald Stutzman, David Tatum, Benjamin Turner, Gary Underwood, Roger Warford, Lyle Wordman. From Bennett Motor Express, Harold Brooks, Charles Carpenter, Dewey Fortune, Claude Green, Truman Harden, Jack Hayden, Lamont Johnson, James Jones, Raldolph Ramirez, John Smith, and from Bennett Truck Transport, Harry Buckwalter, Mark Jarvis, James Tennant, Troy Richardson.
Thank you all for your service. Welcome home.
And now, from the United States Navy, please welcome Lynn Biggs.
Thank you for your service. Welcome home.
And now I'd like to read the names who were not able to be with us today. From Bennett Driveway, Dennis Alm, Donald Billings, Dennis Black, Floyd Bloom, Kenneth Brooks, Joseph Elrod, Richard Grotman, Ronald Gruber, Orville James Sr., John Lindley, Roger McLaren, Alan Reachman, Stanley Saunders, Gregory Steibel, Alton Watkins. From Bennett Motor Express, Terry Babcock, Edward Foster, Dennis Shoemaker, Paul Taylor. From Bennett Truck Transport, William Chapman, Hartley Cole, John Reinhardt, and William Scott.
Thank you all for your service. Welcome home.
And now, from the United States Marine Corps. Excuse me, Air Force. I'm going to read the names of those who could not attend today. From Bennett Driveway, Jeffrey Dow, Larry Files, Emmanuel Ilkins, Walter McSellen, Joseph McCoy, Richard Mentaleon, Richard Robertson, Robert Steger, James Thomas, Darrell Weeks, and Richard Zachman. And from Bennett Motor Express, Leroy Bowen.
Thank you all for your service. Welcome home.
And now, the United States Marine Corps. I'd like to announce the names that could not be here today as well. Bennett Driveway, Lloyd Dave Angel, Paul Bach, Ed Horvath, James Isbrant, Wayne Roberts, DeWitt Wyckoff. From Bennett Motor Express, Floyd Cribbs, Dennis Eastman, and Cecil Hamlin.
Thank you all for your service. Welcome home.
Now let's again be a big round of applause and be grateful for all of our Vietnam veterans. Thank you. Now I want to do a very special presentation. Please, and also thank the Air Force Airmen for being a part of this program now. They were sharing, I want to share a little bit about them. I had the pleasure of meeting them this morning. What fine men. They shared with me this morning that today was a special day for them. Can you hear me okay? Was a special day for them because it's not often they wear their blues. It has to be a very special time, very special presentation. They were honored to wear their dress blues today in honor of our Vietnam veterans. Let's give them another round of applause. I would be remiss if I did not mention that today, excuse me, is POW MIA Recognition Day. There are 1,741 American personnel listed by the Defense Department's POW MIA office as missing and unaccounted for from the Vietnam War. As of April 2009, the number of United States personnel accounted for since the end of the Vietnam War in 1975 is 841. About 90% of the 1,741 people still missing were lost in Vietnam or areas of Laos, Cambodia under Vietnam's wartime control. According to the National League of Families website, this recognition day began in 1979, and it was proclaimed by our president every year on the third Friday of September. Today, I would like to ask Donna Paget, my friend, to come to the stage, who most of you know works in Bennett Motor Express operations. Donna's uncle, Gunnery Sergeant James Wesley Jackson, Jr., United States Marine Corps, 3rd Marine Division, has been missing in action since the Vietnam conflict. Donna, will you please come and read our POW prayer?
Thank you, Lee. When Lee and Chris asked me to recite this POW prayer, I was not just honored, but I was humbled. This particular day is very precious to myself and my family. It's great that Americans would take the time to remember our fallen heroes, and that each year I can share this story about my uncle with you. Thank you for that. If you'll bow your heads in prayer, please. Father, your son was a prisoner. Condemned, he died for us. Victorious, he returned to bring us the gift of life everlasting. Comfort us now in longing for the return of the prisoners of war and those missing in action. Help us, Father, inspire us to remove the obstacles, give courage to those who know the truth to speak out, grant wisdom to the negotiators and compassion to the jailers. Inspire the media to speak out as loudly as they have in the past. Protect those who seek in secret and help them to succeed. Show us the tools to do your will. Guard and bless those in captivity, their families, and those who work for their release. Let them come home soon. Thank you, Father, and amen. Thank you.
In November, we will recognize all of our veterans during our annual Veterans Day program. For those of you who have been a part of this live stream, we want to thank you for being a part of this wonderful and special day. And again, a big thank you to all of our owner-operators, drivers, and contractors for all you do. Without you, there's absolutely no us. Thank you, and everybody on the live stream, thank you and have a wonderful day.